Despite Uganda's growing economy, insurance uptake remains alarmingly low, with current figures indicating an uptake rate of just 2% and a penetration rate of less than 1%. This stark reality has raised concerns among stakeholders, who warn that the country's economic resilience is at risk if the trend is not reversed. This has been the major focus at the 63rd CEO breakfast meeting organized by the Insurance Regulatory Authority, where industry leaders have convened to reflect on the pressing issues hindering insurance growth in Uganda. The Deputy Governor of Bank of Uganda, Professor Nuwagaba, has pointed out a number of critical gaps in the sector. These include limited public knowledge about insurance, lack of trust, high costs, widespread misconceptions, and poor collaboration with financial institutions, particularly banks.
You have not educated the people in your industry. Imagine you are in industry, you come and open your shop, and you don't tell people what, even the people we know. Even the people who are driving taxis. That's why you are saying the Kawempe Maganjo Kagoma guys Kawempe Maganjo. They are telling you even in the car, the stages where the car is going. In economics, the person who is saying guys Kawempe Maganjo Kagoma, those who are not Ugandans, these are the stages of the taxi when you are going at least Kampala northwards. In terms of GDP, if this person didn't come, we don't lose anything. It is called disguised employment. That person is disguisedly employed. But is adding artificial value, at least is adding artificial value.
Professor Nuwagaba has also criticized insurance companies for being excessively profit-driven in their operations.
Oriented. Of course, commercial banks also are profit-oriented. There's no commercial bank here which is your uncle or your auntie. It didn't come here as your auntie or your uncle. But the commercial banks, let me really bring here, these are not your co-wives, but let me not bring here what in Uganda they call Obuja, a co-wife. But commercial banks have done extremely well, you know it.
He has urged them to take a cue from commercial banks by adopting inclusive innovations like agency banking and internet banking to expand access.
After what have they done? They have created agency banking, they have created mobile banking, internet banking, financial inclusion. The banked population has been 8% about 5 years ago. Now it is over 70%. People coming into the banking. Why should they not be profitable up to that level? You need to ask such a naive questions. They have got these profits because they have not been seated. They have been going.
He has also highlighted that while sectors like tourism, external labor to the UAE, and the export of medical professionals to countries like Canada contribute significantly to Uganda's GDP at a rate of 9.7%, insurance barely registers and must be strengthened to boost the national economy.
You are the ones who are contributing to this equation, equivalent $54 billion every year. We don't want you to contribute less than 1% of this equation. C plus I plus X minus M plus G, now minus E from a professor. A professor has the right of discussing any statement or any equation and add something. Not you. You have to be a professor first. You have to be a professor first. And then we shall come here and listen to you, what you are saying. So we are saying, please, we don't want you to remain at the penetration of less than 1. For me, that's what the professor said this morning.
Alhaj Kaduna Bilubega, the CEO of the Insurance Regulatory Authority, echoed the need for mainstream government support, stressing that without it, the sector's growth will remain stunted.
Which can talk to where we want to go. And I know from the engagements I have had with the players, they are more than willing to change, but their changing might not be as fast as I wanted it, and we want to drum up the support to change. The second point, which is most critical, is that the mainstream government needs also to change on how they perceive insurance and the contribution of insurance to the entire bigger economic space.
Jonan Chisache, the CEO of Uganda Insurers Association, has revealed that while the industry spends close to 2 billion shillings on public sensitization annually, awareness and uptake remain disappointingly low, raising questions about the effectiveness of current strategies.
Now, when it comes to the aspect of sensitization, which has come out very clearly when it comes to the perception survey that the professor has just disseminated, the insurance industry every single year has spent and dedicated funds to sensitization. Uganda Insurance Association alone, where I sit, every single year we spend not less than 2 billion on sensitization. If I multiply that over the last 3 years, 3 financial years, that is 6 billion shillings. The biggest question, therefore, is why do we still have this challenge of sensitization and people not understanding? Money is spent by the UIA. Now, the regulator on the other side, as you may know, who has even a bigger budget than me, probably spends double that. The rest of the stakeholders within the industry, IBAU, ITC also spend, but we don't see these numbers move. What we believe is that probably the insurance industry is not doing something right.
As Uganda continues to grapple with economic shocks and vulnerabilities, sector players now say strengthening insurance is not just about industry growth, it's about national economic security. Naomi Namsoke for NSTV.